Good morning. Well, we got a snowstorm, so my kids don't have school, so that means Mom and Noah snow day breakfast. Yeah, so we got some snow. It's blowing crazy. Yesterday was literally 60 degrees, today 20, maybe even 15. So it's just really blowing. There isn't a lot of it. I think we got like maybe 5 or 6 inches, but it rained first. So underneath the snow is all ice and it's really slick. And then it snowed on top of that. So it's kind of dangerous. So I'm so glad that they called them in for school. But Hailey and Josh are washing eggs. Noah's doing the wood stove. Izzy's doing the animals. I'm not sure if Robert went to work because he works outside, and with it being so yucky, I'm not sure. My husband just left. We're going to be making biscuits and gravy, some bacon, eggs. I think Noah's going to be making his traditional pancakes. And I'm actually going to make like 4 batches of biscuits because they are great for leftovers. Even though everybody's not here today, they can enjoy them in the morning tomorrow. And my plan was to get up before everybody left to make breakfast, but I let Noah sleep in and Izzy sleep in because they get up early every single morning. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I let him sleep in. So Noah's gonna be taking care of the bacon and the pancakes. Izzy's usually my fresh fruit girl, so she's gonna be cutting the fruit. And then I'm gonna be whipping up the biscuits and gravy. And everything we make, you can eat again. So the bacon, if we have leftovers. The pancakes are perfect to heat up again. And I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna make chocolate chip pancakes. But it's nice though when we have these snow days and that everybody's here, because then we just got to hang out. And so I was really praying we get tons of snow so everybody be locked in. But you know, it is what it is, but it is kind of dangerous. So just praying my kids are safe today, the ones that have to take off. And okay, well, let's get making this this snow day breakfast, but I'm gonna kind of show you how it looks outside. It actually looks pretty beautiful, even though it's freezing and the wind is crazy. So let's go check out the snow. All right, yesterday we had no snow. It was beautiful, 60 degrees, and then look today. So it looks like we got about 4 or 5 inches. It's blowing really bad. It's super cold. And my hot tub cover kept blowing off. So Mill and I had to come down and stick our bin that has like all of our treatment and stuff for the hot tub. And so yeah, blowing boxes around. You can kind of hear it. Can you hear the wind? I know it looks beautiful on camera, but it really is kind of yucky, but beautiful. So yeah, freezing today. That means we're gonna have to make homemade hot cocoa. I'm gonna have to take some hot cocoa to my husband because they're working at the church and there's no heat yet, so they are gonna be freezing. Yeah, yesterday's 60, today 20. That's like a 40-degree drop within hours, man. Yeah, see all that blowing and stuff? Super windy outside. And you know what, tomorrow we're supposed to be in the 40s, and so all this is gonna go. It's just, I should have videoed the day yesterday, today, and then tomorrow, because tomorrow it'll all be gone again. But that's what it's like within up north. Oh yeah, there you go. It's blowing now. So Noah's over there doing the wood stove, and then Izzy's with the horses. So these are my buttermilk biscuits. You need the milk cold, so it's 4 cups of milk, but you have to take a tablespoon out because I'm gonna be adding a tablespoon of vinegar. You can also do lemon juice. So it is 1 cup of milk to 1 tablespoon of vinegar or fresh squeezed lemon juice. And I'm quadrupling my recipe. So we're gonna add this to get the buttermilk made, and then we're gonna put everything together inside of the bowl. And you want your milk cold, so don't bring it out of the fridge until you're ready for it. Just kind of stir it up a little bit, and then we're just gonna let it set, because I think it needs time to kind of curdle a little bit. I haven't made homemade buttermilk before. I had buttermilk for this, and Hailey must have made something while I was gone, and so it was like gone. So I'm like, okay, look up homemade buttermilk, and it said 1 cup of milk to 1 tablespoon of vinegar. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside and let that do its magic. So here I have it's 1 2/3 cup of flour per batch, but of course I'm doubling mine. And then you're gonna add To the flour, you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. Oh, it looks like Noah's already shoveling. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder. All right. And then it is 1 stick of butter, so I'm gonna be needing 4 sticks, and it looks like I only have 2, so I'll be back in a second. All right, so Noah started doing the shoveling already. What do you think we got, about 4 or 5 inches? Yeah. He's in charge of the pancakes and bacon, but he's trying to get ahead of the shoveling. It is really, really cold out here. Holy cow. It's my hardworking guy. Yesterday's 60 and today is freezing. That's a crazy shovel. Crazy loud. That's my wood. I already put the 2 sticks in, and you want it softened. So, because I just got these 2 out of the fridge, I had to put them in the microwave. I nuked them for like 20 seconds, so yeah. And then when I use this buttermilk biscuit recipe for dinner, I actually put parsley in it, but because we're doing like a traditional biscuits and gravy, I'm gonna leave out the parsley. So now I just let this set because I want it to kind of turn into buttermilk. It smells like buttermilk. And now I'm gonna add it to this, and then I'm gonna use my cutter instead of a spoon. Then we're gonna roll it out on the counter, and then I'm gonna use one of my little, well, that one has vinegar in it. Use one of my, we'll do this, just to cut out the biscuits. I'm gonna set my oven to 375 because I want the biscuits done first, and then I'm gonna start the gravy, and then when Noah gets done shoveling, he's gonna do the pancakes and the bacon. And then Izzy just went outside to do her chores, and she said she's gonna video it for you guys so you can kind of see what she does, talking to the horses, so you guys will get to see that in this video soon.
Hey guys, it's Izzy this morning. I'm just going over and feeding the horses. I had a snow day today, so if you can see, it snowed, so they canceled school for us. But I'm on my way over to do the horses for my dad so he could head to work. I'm gonna take you through the process of feeding our horses this morning. Here we are. Here's Wingman this morning. Good morning. Just wondering why I have a phone in my hand. It's Eva. She's ready to go outside. Got dirt on your nose. Hannah. Good morning, Hannah. She's ready to go outside. And then next to her we have Dolly. So we're gonna feed them all and then let them out. And next to Hannah we have Poppy too. Yeah, good morning. First we're gonna grab all their buckets. Wingman's first. He's gentle, so he doesn't care. Good morning. We're gonna take this bucket. Then we're gonna grab Hannah's bucket. Yeah. Good morning, Hannah. We grab Eva's is a little different. Hers hooked, so she likes to kick it off. So we're just gonna grab it. And we're gonna grab Dolly's bucket. There's Dolly. Oh, she's coming right out. Okay. Back. There. She wanted to come out and meet you guys. Yeah, good morning. See, she pushes her door open but doesn't go anywhere. That's Bob. That's just our barn chicken. Poppy's best friend. Yeah. He'll probably go in there. You gonna go in there? Okay, I'm gonna close your door. We are going to fill up the buckets. Now I'm just gonna fill it. They each get a scoop in the morning and night. And then Poppy just gets a quarter of the scoop. Each get a scoop of the minerals and salt. Just a scoop. And then Poppy will still get a full scoop of hers too. And now I'm going to put them in the stalls. Take their buckets and set it next to the stall. Here's Hannah. Wingman bucket. Look at her. She just wants it so bad. I had to switch out Eva's because she'll just break it. So now we're gonna head up in the hayloft and get some hairs. There's my mom. This is where my mom stores her outside storage in the little corner. And then our hay. So I'm gonna grab a few bales and then drop them. I think I'll grab 3 of them. I just drag them. This is the chute we put them down. And they go straight into the barn. Just give it a kick. Two. I think I'm just gonna do 2 because they all get half a bale and there's already one down there. So now back downstairs. Okay, now that we're downstairs, I'm gonna just split the bales. I'm not gonna video it, just gonna split them and then put their grain in and light them out. So I gave them all their hay. I'm just gonna give Wingman his bucket right now so he can eat. There. It's a biter. Let's just... Don't mind all the string on the floor. So I'm gonna refill the grain bucket and then I'll show you how to feed them. So I'm gonna let them out, but I'm not gonna wait for them to eat their grain for 30 minutes, so because it's a little cold. So I'm just gonna feed them outside in their outside feeder. Right there. So it'll be easier for them. There you go. Hannah's out, and now I'm gonna grab Eva and Dolly. There's one. Just gonna close the gate. They're all eating. They're all having fun. So they'll be outside today, and then tonight I'll let out Wingman for the night. He goes out at night. Today's Poppy's snow day because it's my snow day. But the Clydesdales like to be outside. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.
So we're gonna add the buttermilk. There we go. And I'm just gonna use the whisk to at least get it mixed a little bit, and then we'll cut in the butter. All right. Get some of those liquids all absorbed here. Ooh, it smells good. All right. Just get this working in here. If I have to add more flour, I will, but I don't think I'm gonna have to. I just didn't want to use the cutter because there's a lot of liquid here. All right. All right, so I'm gonna start cutting in the butter. You just go up and down. And we're gonna do this until it's all nice and mixed. Now I'm gonna roll it out on a floured surface. All right. How'd it go, son? Yeah. All right, and so there's still chunks of butter in here, so I'm going to roll this out. I'm gonna knead it until the butter's all mixed. And then I have to do a correction. So it actually was 3/4 cup of buttermilk, not a cup. So I had to add a whole nother 1.5 cups, 1.25 cups of flour. So it's only 3/4 cup of flour, or buttermilk. All right, so I'm just gonna keep kneading this until all that butter is mixed in, and then we're gonna roll it out. So I had to divide my dough in half, just worked in the butter. You might still see some butter pieces, and that's okay. So now I don't want it too thin because I want my biscuits to be big. So I don't want them super thin. All right, that actually looks good to me. All right. Just gonna use some flour here so they don't stick. All right. There we go. Noah's got the bacon going. He got all my sidewalks cleaned off. Noah's been doing beautiful stuff for me. He made me a coat rack. He's working on a shoe rack for me. I'll have to show you guys my beautiful wall that my future son-in-law made me. And now Noah's working on a shoe rack for me. We're just trying to declutter our entryway. When we did the garage into the game room, we don't have a big entryway. So now I'm just gonna get this dough mixed in. And so it's just so cluttered and crazy. All right. Ooh, I got quite the mess here. Dough looks beautiful, smells beautiful. All right. They don't take long to cook either. I'm curious to see how much they rise. Do one more here. So I have one pan in. I wasn't sure how much it would, how big the biscuits would be. So I'm kind of just trialing and airing it. So I didn't stick a ton of them on there. All right, let me get all the, and there is still flecks of butter. If I feel bigger ones, I'm kind of pinching them through. But I thought while I'm doing this second batch, I'd get on and tell you guys a couple stories about our trip. We flew into Chicago. And no, this is when we were actually leaving Orlando, and Orlando is so busy, holy cow, but it wasn't too bad. And so we got up to we got up to where we were going to be flying out, and I wanted to get some coffee, and they had like a Cuban coffee stand. I'm like, okay, I'm there for that. And they had like Cuban inspired lunches and breakfast and coffee, and I thought, oh, wonderful. And so as I'm coming back from the getting coffee, I see people kind of laughing and staring, and I see like, I can hear somebody screaming, and I'm like, what is going on? I thought maybe somebody's having fun, like maybe the Delta crew, you know, they're just kind of laughing and having fun, and I thought, okay. So then as I get closer, I'm hearing like a ton of profanity, like this lady is just like freaking out. She's screaming at everybody. She's crying. She's cussing them out. She's calling them names. And I'm telling you guys, I felt like I was watching a TikTok. I had never seen anything like that. I've only seen it on videos. And she was screaming because I guess what happened was supposedly, so her and her boyfriend were flying to Austin, Texas. I was actually listening to a girl who must have been sitting by them because she was like filling everybody in, so I was being kind of nosy. And so anyway, they were flying to Houston, Texas together. It was a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and she was older too. She was quite older than him, but you know, whatever. I mean, that, you know, that doesn't make the story. But anyway, so boy, these seem a little bigger than my last ones. That's okay. And so anyway, she was screaming and cussing at him and putting her finger in their face and like yelling at him and calling them names. And I'm just like, what in the world's going on? So what happened was they got on so they called the people to get on the plane. And according to him, he was there, but he fell asleep. And so he was just sitting across the way. And so they kept calling his name and kept calling his name, and he like didn't respond. And so then the door shut, and he started cussing at them like, hey, I was right there. Let me on the plane. It's still there. My girlfriend's on the plane. Well, because once the door shut, you know, you can't open the door. And so he was just like screaming. And then he made a phone call, and I guess his girlfriend was on the plane. And so he calls her and says, hey, they won't let me on. So I guess she storms off the plane and then comes out the door. Well, when she comes out the door locks because the door's been shut, right? People want to get to their destination. And so she comes out screaming, and I guess the boyfriend like runs. Like everybody said, the boyfriend like ran away. I'm just going to keep this together. I'll put it on a smaller one. And so the boyfriend like ran, I guess. I don't know if he realized, oh, I'm in really big trouble with my girlfriend. And so she's screaming because the door's shut and they won't let him back on the plane, either of them. So she's cussing and pointing in their face. Then she gets her camera out to video who they are. And the one lady's like, you can video me, but I wasn't here when all this happened. I just came to help out. And so they refused to let her on the plane, and she is screaming and crying and screaming and cussing and storming back and forth and just screaming, everybody's staring. And so anyway, the boyfriend finally comes back and they're both screaming and crying and cussing. I'm thinking, man, they should not let them on the plane, because that could be like a danger to other people if they're that crazy, you know? And so there goes the plane leaving, and they are even more angry that the plane is leaving. And so after the plane's left, still 20 minutes later, they're still screaming because he couldn't get on the plane and he was sitting right there. But you know, I mean, they called him, I guess they called his name like over and over and over. And he, I don't know, he must have been super, super tired. And so both of them missed the flight and eventually left. And so then we boarded, and then Gideon, he was on another flight because, you know, he went back to school. And then he messaged us when we got to Chicago saying that the girl and the guy was still there screaming. I'm thinking, just get another flight. Like, just book another flight. Instead of screaming and yelling at them, just book another flight. But she should never have gotten off. She got off to get him, and they're like, well, we can't let him on, and we can't let you. She's like, the plane's right there. And first I thought, well, the first thing is she was cussing and screaming at the door. When I walked up, she was staring at the door, cussing at it and screaming at it. I'm thinking, why is this crazy lady like cussing at a door? And she was mad because they wouldn't open the door. So I don't know if anybody was behind it, and I'm not sure if they must have escorted her off the plane, because the door was shut, the plane door was shut, and she stormed off to get her boyfriend. And so yeah, I literally seen a TikTok in real life. It was kind of crazy, So that's kind of our crazy Orlando airplane story. Okay, so the biscuits, I've rolled them out. Noah's got one. You can put the other pan of bacon in there too, hun. Put it on the bottom. And so we got the bacon going. I'm gonna do the sausage gravy here in a second. I'm just waiting for the biscuits to cook. And then Noah is we're gonna do a big a fruit tray, and then pancakes. So I wanna see how my biscuits are doing. I'm just not sure how they're gonna raise up. I want them, are they raising? Oh, those don't look too bad. Okay. All right, so we'll come back. I'll show you how the biscuits turned out, and then we'll start the sausage gravy. And then, are you gonna make pancakes? Yeah, no, do the cast iron pan on the wall. And I guys got to show you something what my son-in-law, soon-to-be son-in-law did for me. All right, I'm starting the sausage gravy, and I have 4 pounds of sausage in here. And so I have 1 tablespoon of garlic pepper seasoning. And then 1 tablespoon of onion powder. A half a tablespoon of paprika. Noah's getting his thing's almost ready to go. And then a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. And a little bit more pepper. I'm gonna say a teaspoon of each. All right. Now we're gonna get this all together, then we're gonna make the gravy part. But not like I used to do. I found a new way to do it. Super excited. So my meat's going, Noah's starting his pancakes. So we didn't get out the griddle that goes with the stove because the pancakes keep sticking because it's like a stainless steel. So I purchased this griddle through Lodge Cast Iron. We're gonna see, you just want that one to, you might wanna move that up a little bit. Let's move this up a little bit.
Cause that's good.
Yeah, let's move that up to there we go. So we're just gonna try and see if maybe they will flip these, or I wouldn't add it until,
I was gonna
yeah, I do more.
that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when you see the bubbles, that's when you kind of start doing it. So we'll see what happens. They were just sticking. It was a nightmare, and the thing's so heavy. I asked my kids if they could make me a cast iron griddle to go over the top of my stove, but they said they can't because cast iron is treated, or it's layered or something. Is that right? It's something to where like you can't weld it or something because of how cast iron is. So I'm gonna be on a search out though for a big, huge cast iron griddle that I can set on the stove. This is the biggest, well, I think this is the biggest they had. I think I got this in the store, so I think I'm gonna check online to see if I can't figure out how to get a bigger one, because it's nice to do like fried eggs, bacon, like if you're gonna do just like a smaller meal, and the pancakes. I wouldn't flip it yet. How's it looking though underneath? Oh yeah, beautiful. Ooh, I think we figured something out. So the sausage is done. Now I'm gonna be adding my roux stuff. So it's gonna be just sprinkle about 1 cup of flour over, or a half a cup. I'm gonna do a half, and then just Make sure all the flour's coated with it. Usually I take this out and use the juices, but I'm trying something different. All right, I'm gonna use it all. I seen somebody else do this and I was like, what? I got the fruit tray all done, so I'll show that to you guys in a second. Oh, my biscuits. Can you grab my biscuits out of there? I forgot about them. Now we're gonna slowly add in, slowly add in the milk. Just stir it in.
Oh yeah, golden brown.
Too golden brown, darn it.
What do you want?
Put them on the behind us, or put them on the stove. Well, that stinks. All right, so I'm just gonna keep stirring this. Whoa, until it gets thick. I might add some heavy cream to it. So I added 2 cups of heavy cream also. It looks really, really good. The color is really cool because I added some cayenne pepper to it, or paprika, and a little bit of, so it's just a little bit of red pepper flakes. So it's really cool actually. The seasonings I made it change a little different. So it's starting to thicken up. I'm just gonna keep stirring it, and then I wanna show you guys my beautiful fruit tray. So these are yellow kiwis. I actually like them way better than green kiwis. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, fell on my biscuit. My biscuits are a little overdone, but they look beautiful. So yeah, look at that. How cute is that? I honestly didn't know you could do that with kiwi until Izzy did it. Izzy's the reason that I do decorative stuff, because she shares with me all her little secret. Oh,
I'm so
what
sorry.
about took me out?
I didn't want to spill the whisk.
Okay. Yeah, this is looking really good. Just need to thicken it up a little bit, and the bacon's almost done. I got the second set of biscuits in. Noah's pretty close to finishing his pancakes. We didn't do as many as we normally do just because the whole family isn't here. But he likes pancakes, and he can have some leftovers for school tomorrow if there is any. That phone, my husband, busy, busy, busy. All right, we'll be back. All right, so the gravy's done. It looks absolutely amazing. It's thickening up as it heats, as it continues to like, I don't know what I'm saying. It's thickening as it continues to be stirred. I have no idea what I was saying. It thickens as it continues to heat. No, it's beautiful. Izzy came in and asked if I was making potato soup. I said, nope, biscuits and gravy. All right. How did it go with the horses? Good? Okay. Okay, that's all done. Now we're just waiting for bacon, the rest of the biscuits. The pancakes are pretty much done. And we're not sure if we're going to make eggs. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling biscuits and gravy. I'm not really, but eggs are good with biscuits and gravy, so we might whip up a little bit of eggs. And then whatever's left over, we usually feed eggs to our dogs too, because eggs are good for everybody. We actually give them raw eggs too, actually. So, we did make bacon, 2 pans of bacon. All right, Izzy's back from doing the horses. All right, moving on to eggies and bacon and biscuits. All right, we decided to do eggs. They look beautiful. So we take the ones that don't sell. So we get all the cracked eggs, the eggs that are shaped weird, and ones we can't sell into the store. Look at those yolks. Holy cow, those are beautiful. Our chickens are happy and healthy. Those are so beautiful. I might need another one, Noah, because then we can give the dog some eggs. I don't know why I'm repeating myself today. We can give the dog some eggs too. Noah got all the shoveling done. Izzy got the chores done. The kids are almost done with eggs. Yeah, give me one more here. What are you doing? All right, well, I'll start scrambling them. Oh, that's okay. And then we also take the smaller ones, so. And then the jumbos, we take the jumbos too. So I get the not so perfect eggs, but that's okay. I don't want to waste them for sure. Look at those tiny little yolks. I can't believe we're still getting small eggs. That's craziness. These chickies, chicks. I was just telling them, Hailey or Izzy, about the craziness at the airport with the lady that was screaming and all upset, and she vlogged her going to feed the horses, so she's checking that out for you guys. These are the wee little eggs. I can't talk this morning. I haven't had my tea. I haven't had my coffee. Okay. All right, we're gonna get these scrambled. I didn't do it. Should I put cheese in these, you guys?
That's Poppy eating.
That's Poppy eating. Oh my
That's how loud
goodness.
she is.
All right.
So it should
Gonna
be
get
what?
these scrambled. Did you check the bacon? You could probably put your butter in the middle of your pancakes if you want. We gotta get everything going so it doesn't get cold. Get that everything over to the setup area. Okay, I'm gonna get these eggs scrambled. We'll be back. All right, here's the breakfast. Biscuits just came out. Gravy, look how beautiful that looks. Oh my goodness, amazing. Eggs, bacon, woo, look at that steam. Eggs, bacon, the pancakes, the beautiful fruit, juice and milk. So here is everything. I do have a couple biscuits still in the oven, but everybody is really hungry. So here's our snow day breakfast, and it's perfect timing because everybody's coming in from doing chores. So that worked out really good. All right. Oh, and there's Rosie Posey pudding and pie. Well, thank you for joining us on our snow day breakfast. And we got everything all cleaned up outside. The horses are fed. It's freezing outside. And, oh, I forgot to show you guys my wall. I'll have to show you my wall. And then Noah made me a beautiful coat rack. I'll have to show you that. We're going to end with those. But don't forget to subscribe and like to Just Spells 10. Snow day. Tomorrow's supposed to be 45. So the snow will be gone. 60, 20, 45. All right. Okay, bye. Okay, so to end the video. Ow! I just stubbed my toe. That hurts so bad. Okay, now to end the video. So this is my beautiful wall that Hailey's fiance David made me. I got to clean a couple of my cast iron pans up, but look how pretty that is. He put the cherry up there, or is that hickory? Hickory. And then I decorated the top. Then I'm going to show you what my son Noah made me. And then here's the beautiful coat rack that my son Noah made me. He's actually in the process of making me some more things to organize the entryways. So, okay, now I'm going to end with this beautiful coat rack. All right. Let it snow, don't let it snow.